You know, I've told myself that I'm going to follow this story through. And thanks to Newsroom Africa, they're following this story. They want to get to the bottom of this. They want to understand. They're doing different interviews, interviewing ministers, interviewing health practitioners, interviewing people who can help with the story of the food poisoning and Spaza shops and the 5 kids dying in Soweto. What happened? But one thing that is very interesting is that even our own local street vendors, abomama bethu who sell in the streets outside esikolweni, they are being affected by this because kids are now starting to suspect, they're starting to doubt them because nobody knows who is it. So kids are being told by the parents that don't buy anything from spaza shops or from abomama lawa thengisa esikolweni. So their business is also being affected. And I want to play a clip. They were interviewing one of the mothers, the street vendors, and she was explaining this. There's a clip.
Most of the chips or the sweets that children buy doesn't have a barcode, but the main packaging has a barcode. So she's just going to show us that. Yeah. So utabusa dipake kaofela ke mama.
Dipake kaofela, dipaka only few because I buy the hood. Yeah, dipaka only few. Okay. So yeah, fasa fasa ma sweet corn.
Okay. So ma ke kopa ntlhalosetse dilo tse o di reka kae? How every I understand no ntsomplela gore o di reka every Thursday and le ausi or photo bua le na ke na tlhaloseditseng gore le di reka ko same place mo di spaza shop ba rekang di goods tsa bona.
Yeah, we talk about sweet hyper or GP. Ke mo re tsokang teng. So ke ifasa.
Yeah. Okay. Di sleepy tse le una le tsona di sleepy mama tse o ka mpontshang tsona.
Yeah, ke na le sleepy. Le mo phone ke na le tsona.
Okay. So ke tsona di sleepy tse.
Yeah.
So as you can see, Hugo here, Mama Hloni was just showing me the slips. It's from Adam's Snacks. So what is it? Sweet Hyper. In Lenasia.
Yes.
And this is the same place that a lot of the street vendors buy their snacks as well. So this is where it is coming from. So Mama Hanso Paka Dijo, maybe Rekanera Bua Hore. This tabetsagetseng a few weeks ago ya mona lady bana ba tlhokafetseng. I mean, when are we kutlwa yang since this incident and unzo rekisa outside of the school?
Yeah, so rekisa ka mo tshateng ya school ka mo hara tsharata, but is after accident e tlaile e be lore department e wa re sonzo re emisanyana because ake le bona na ba sa tse hore ho etsa etseng ba batla ho thola hantle hore ho etsa etseng. Yeah. So le nne go principal la ona ka go ba azang go be le mathata a hlaileng since re rekisa ke ba bona. So le na isamla etsa o a khutla be a ba re please ke a le kopa le ntho tse right ha ke batle go tlo hla mathata a so ene le ntse le mothapelong tse le rapela gore
Okay, and then I mean, there were some community leaders barring babatla gore dispaza shop di kwalwe. Lwana we ikutlwa yang gore dispaza shop di kwalwe, or how do you feel about that?
Nanga dispaza shop di kwalwe because batho ba modimo le bona ba iphandela ke so ya no ke batho ke batho o mong o tla re o mong a mara bona mo di presence tsa batho ba bo rona ba bantsho I don't know so aka bolaya a tseba go phela ka ntho tse wa bona.
Okay.
So o ska magana lena ke a tlhafuna ke antse nka se ke sentse exciting so ke ne ke.
Okay.
Go yo maybe I na mathata go lwa. Nka se ke sentse exciting ke se ntse ke jangling.
Okay.
Yes.
And I guess just the last one mama, in terms of what would your message be as someone o rekisang o etsang your livelihood from go rekisa dijo tse wa bona gore batho ba kgathatsege gona go bana le stress ya gore ha ba reka dijo, is it safe? What would you say to the community?
Mo community ke re ba re happy re ka se rekise ntho tse kotsi I never so se ba re tshepe ene re stocka mo re tseba gore mo ke shop e right ina di barcode ke shop e skunu go clean mo go nna ke na le tshepo eo a ona ntwe MP e ka izalang mo baneng ba bona le mo motho o mong hata a tlo reka mo ntlong
Okay, no raleboga mama. Hugo, you've heard it there from Mama Hloni, just explaining the process that she undertakes to ensure that the space is clean and hygienic when she packs the stock, and really taking us through that process and saying that the community at least can put some trust in them as vendors who sell inside and outside schools, because they've been here for a long time, and certainly they ask themselves the question as well about what happened to those children and what is at the heart of what caused their deaths. And certainly not saying that the Spaza shops should close, because everyone is trying to make a living, but certainly also not sure about how to deal with anxiety in the community, but certainly in them and their products, trust can be placed.
Before we let you go, maybe you can find out from Ugogo if there's been a shift in her business, if the goings on, the sad passing of those six kids has impacted her business, and certainly what sort of conversations she's had with her community.
Certainly a very important question. I think let me pose it to Mama Hloni. Mama Hloni, re go botse gore since this incident e tsagetseng mona lady, business ya gao ile ya, I mean, bana ba ile ba stopa go reka mo lona. Did it affect you in any way, or what happened?
It affected ya bana ba tshaba go reka, so I give up playing because I get le gona go tlo go thwe masimba a bolaile bana, so bana ba tshabile go reka mme ba tswedi a sa fa bana di randa tse neng ba ba fa tsone. Ai e re affected ya ba sa reka next.
And then just like I was like Wilare yena zanga stopa go rekisa, le wena wile wa stopa or ntso ya o rekisa?
Zeki ya ke fasanyana ntshone ntse ke thufela go bona so ntse ya rekisa.
Okay,
yeah.
And then now ha matsatsi a ntsaya bana ba tla ba reka ya no, because re bone ko Spaza shop batho ba ya o ka ra ba tshabi anymore. So mo lona gona ya nong, since 3 weeks se fitile ba tla ya nong go pick up a business.
Nkare ba nka se re ha ba ke sure maybe ka le khwedi ya fela ba tla yeah mare gona a o tshwana because bona a ne ba ise re tswele go ntla tjara a ne ba re bolaile maybe le na ke la lo le ke ntse mo go ne tsheo because ke phela ka ntho e, so how can I se bana ka ba bolae ke phela ka bona because bana ba re phela ka bona.
Okay,
yes no phela ka bona yona e ra fedila a beta ya bana e go bise bohloko mo tswadi le so wana o lo mo sekolo mo le ke ngwana ba ka, so ke treata bana ba bo sekolo ya ka bana ba ka.
Okay, no, Mama Hloni, thank you. So Hugo, certainly Mama Hloni, they're explaining that certainly business has dipped since this incident and it's not the same anymore. Certainly some time has passed, but it's not at the rate at which it was before the incident. And certainly stressing there that her livelihood comes from the children who buy from her, and that she would make every effort to ensure that the food is safe and not harmful. So certainly expressing there as well that they also want to understand what happened here.